Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So before I begin, I want to make it clear this is my final take on the matter. I'm no longer interested in engaging with differing opinions or perspective. I fulfilled my responsibility of raising awareness and not conducting an expose. Despite my repeated clarification that this video was about awareness, some people failed to understand that. I urge you all to remain cautious about who you trust online, whether it's someone presenting themselves as an exposer, a streamer, a pro player, or even me. Now, there are two things that I removed from the main video. The number one part is from Harshit, aka Revel from Accelerate. He has apologized for his actions, and although his apology was posted as an Instagram story, which has since expired, I was unable to retrieve it. Regardless, he accepted accountability, and every religion teaches forgiveness, and in that spirit, I have removed his segment from the video. While Puru did share some critical information.
Hi, it's me, Puru. I just want to clear out that I never threatened her or leaked anything about her, not even a single thing. That chat was leaked out of my 4 friend GCs. I don't know who leaked it. That was just outrage because she leaked my private address, photos, and many things, and she wasn't my ex or something. So please, and thank you, Fulcrum, for listening to my side.
Although he did not go through with it and claims it was an emotional outburst from years of personal bullying and harassment, still I've chosen to remove this portion from the video, but to avoid perpetuating further bullying against him. We must also reflect on how negativity and trauma shape such behavior. Also, the statement given by the victim inside of the video was purely based on her experience, as I asked her questions about how did she felt, what she went through, and how did she stop it. And finally, what was her message to the women inside of the community that are going through something similar. Her statement didn't have anything concerning or pertaining to the alleged accused or anyone like Hippo, a content creator whose name got dragged into it. That was a raw approach to what she thinks or perceives happened. Please refrain from considering her as a witness or supporting witness to the evidence I produced inside of the video. She's just a victim sharing her experience to how she handled it. With regards to Hippo, it was a misunderstanding from Choke, as the evidence in the form of video clips submitted to me by Hippo, none of them contained anything wrong per se, and I genuinely think it was all nothing but a misunderstanding. Right after I published the video, Suvam made a reaction to it on his live stream. During the same time, he self-confessed to his actions, but later added on that he sent them to his friend to stop circulation. But I couldn't find it anywhere on the following WhatsApp screenshot where he mentioned he wanted to stop it. Rather, it just looked like he was stroking his ego that he has connections inside of the game and making a mockery out of it.
वरना तू अभी देख ले बढ़िया बताइयो मत किसी को बस अपन तीन को पता होना चाहिए है क्या। हेलो, ये मैंने लिखा था यहाँ पे। तुम लोग अगर दिमाग में आ रहा है तुम्हारे तो भाई सिंपली ये था कि भाई मेरे कनेक्शंस जो 2 साल पहले छोड़ चुके हैं गेम, उनके पास भी इस चूतिया औरत की बहन नहीं उठ जाए। ज्यादा पॉपुलर ये लड़की है ना, एंड मैंने इसके लिए स्टैंड लेते हुए वो सारा बहन फैलाने से रोका है। बट अभी मैं भाई कंफर्म नहीं कर सकता किन किन के पास है, किन किन के पास नहीं है, ठीक है।
Also, I do believe that this was shared because of their ongoing fight between Fox and the victim. The following are the screenshots which I'm going to read out. Please do let me know if you think any of these messages hinted or showed any intent towards stopping the circulation, or was it just about taking fun out of it.
मेरी मम्मी बहन सब चारों तरफ मेरे मामा वगैरह के पोस्ट वगैरह लाइक 6'4" निकली है ना। तो सैम को आई सेड कि भाई आई एम 5'7" है ना, जबकि मैं नहीं हूँ 5'7" का, मैं कम या ज्यादा भी हो सकता हूँ। संदीप भैया मेरे से IRL मिले हैं, सजर करके एक बंदा मेरे से IRL मिला है ना, दे कैन कंफर्म। They can confirm. Don't. Hey.
There are only 3 allegations I've put forth against Fauxy with proof. Number 1 is sharing of explicit photo/video of someone else without their consent, using derogatory remarks and targeting the dignity of a woman on his stream, using derogatory remarks against somebody's mother, and using the R word for his own amusement. And these are everything I've proved via his live streams with timestamps in my previous video, and now he also come up and confessed to doing the first thing as well on his live stream. So if otherwise you could prove me wrong on the above or bring counter evidence against the same, I will not be entertaining your views and perspective as they are tainted with bias. Other things he's accused me of in his video, which I will be dissecting. Number 1 is I am no one's and I pretend to keep good books.
आपको क्या बोला था? ये दल्ला किसी का नहीं है, ये बस गुड बुक्स मेंटेन करना जानता है, वो कर रहा है, बोला था। क्योंकि आपने पहली बार जाके भाई उसको बस मेरे साथ बात करने के बाद उसको जाके क्या बोला था कि भाई गुड आफ्टरनून या समथिंग जाके लगा, और आपको फेक लगा था अंदर ही अंदर से, है ना? आपको पता है आप कितनी रियल हो, इसीलिए आपको फेक लगा। ये दल्ला वैसा नहीं है, इसको आता है गुड बुक्स मेंटेन करना। ये बोला था कि नहीं मैंने तुमको कॉल पे, है ना? इसने अभी वीडियो पे लिख दिया कि आई प्रिटेंडेड टू बी जॉन मस्ट डाइज फ्रेंड for 3 months, तो membership इसने ली थी।
I really don't know why this is surprising for him. I've been very transparent from the start that Fulcrum is a character I'm playing who shares the same values and principles as me in real life. I've mentioned it in the video as well about my take on digital relationships and how I feel the lack of social construct as compared to the real life one. He moreover calls in Afat, another content creator who I've been friends with in the past, to talk about and ask how they've been talking about me and how they thought I was fake. He accused me of sharing and receiving explicit pictures from Saksham aka John Must Die, who was my main target in the entire video. But though a lot of people knew about my intention, who I trusted and who I wanted to save from being victims of John Must Die aka Saksham Dikshit, a lot of people can vouch for this and vouch for me as I approached them to stay very and extremely safe in the digital world. तुम चूतिए, तुम बात नहीं करते, मैं खुदा हूँ बोल लेते फिरते, क्या किसको बताना?
ये ले भाई रख इसको, ये ले एक चैट, अब तू ले जरूरत पड़ती है कहीं।
क्या है ये चैट? मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा।
डैडी बोल रही है 20 साल के बच्चे को, मुझे बोल रही है वैसे।
अच्छा।
मैं रुक जा। डेट कब की है? May 5, रुक जा, May 5, May 18, May 8, May 7, 6, May 5। हाँ ये रही, मिल गई मादर चोद।
जाते फॉर्म्स की लिंक भेज देता हूँ अभी। तेरे पास
देख भाई तू मेरी हेल्प नहीं करता साले, मैं तेरी देख कितनी हेल्प करता हूँ गांड। तो इसको ना इसका प्राइवेट अकाउंट बता दो, रुक जा मैं इसका @ दे रहा हूँ तुम्हें, ये लो इससे ही उठा लेना।
अरे बाप, लेकिन कुछ ऐसा,
ये ले इसकी इस गंदी सी दिखती है बेंचो, ये ले इसकी शक्ल, और क्या चाहिए तेरे को? न्यूड्स बचे हैं बस, न्यूड्स भी ले लियो, चाहिए हो तो।
क्या है माय होर?
हाँ देख इसको ऐसे रखता हूँ मैं भाई, मुंह पे बोल दे भाई, मुंह पे बोल दे इसे।
स्क्रीनशॉट ले लूं इसका?
हाँ
स्क्रीनशॉट लूं इसका?
नहीं, इसको इसमें ना जो @ है, जो इसका @ है वो इसको भेज दे।
मेरे को नहीं दिखा रहे उसमें @ बोल
अबे दिखा रहा है माई होर की।
No exchange of explicit pictures were made, and even if they did, I will be the first one to file an FIR, as it no longer becomes the duty of the victims, comes under section 66E of the IT Act 2000, and they can continue with their lives without being involved in this, and it would be purely my responsibility to hunt it down. Did I give Saksham Dikshit aka John Must Die access to rats? No. When he decided to submit a fake ID and broke a law and told me about his intention with the rat, just to buy me some time, I sent him some simple coded application that just gave him an error every time he tried to install it on his device. It's a simple code. He keeps talking about how I'm doing it for the views. Let me be very clear. When the first instance of Reforged scandal came out, where they were doing everything pertaining to targeting a woman's dignity and harassing women, for the first time, I was the first one to voice it out. Even though I was just a very small creator, I took it to myself to call them out on a story and create a wave of supporters that would actually stand up against it. Many people already knew about this case. I genuinely care about women, and I am proud of myself for having an upbringing where I will support women irrespective if I know them or I do not in real life. I went to certain lengths to make sure the entire incident was brought to light and the accused took accountability for their actions and apologized publicly about it. During this incident, he decided to use derogatory remarks against women and target the dignity of women by using obscene statements on his live stream. While a lot of people with principles asked him to stop, he wouldn't and went on along with a few women who were supporting him on this. They call it Fauxy's camp. Two women in particular, both content creators, started discrediting, defamation, and questioning my integrity and status of my investigative journalism, to even taking low blows at me on his stream. I'm a man of culture and principle. Everything I speak are on information supported by evidence. I do not take a low blow at anyone. I will never make fun of someone's voice, height, someone's appearance, or their weight. And let me be very clear, I'm a very confident guy and very happy in my life. Nothing like this ever bothers me. Though I've known about someone's insecurity, I will never use it against them, even if they take low blows at me. Calling me out names and mimicking me in Fauxy's live stream to discredit my entire investigation on which I spent months on, to support Fauxy even when he uses derogatory remarks against women that target the dignity of a woman, even coming up with a string of Instagram stories on how my journalism lacked evidence when everything I said was based on screenshots, was based on live streams, and then later on self-confessed by both the alleged ones on calls and the other one on a live stream. One such thing that came up to mind after reading this was an incident when someone was using derogatory remarks against Alpha, one of the content creator, and she approached me to file a cybercrime report, which I did and followed through till I stopped getting any update from the police station, as their final statement was getting a link between what was said inside of a video game and what he sent on WhatsApp will be hard and won't give us the basis to proceed with the arrest. Also, with regards to Fauxy's moderator, didn't Saksham Dixit also target you at some point? Suvam, didn't Saksham Dixit harass you at some point? Why would you want to discredit an investigation just to save your own skin and let someone like him go scratch free? Shows how opportunistic and self-centered you can become. I have only one question for allegations like these. If what happened to you was wrong, is what Fauxy doing to other women and his ex-female friend not wrong? What gives him the right to mention her and harass her on a public platform for over 3 months? What gives him the right to call a woman derogatory slangs on his live stream? They have a very bad habit of including someone's personal life on their live stream. One such thing was also mentioned on the Instagram story, which I felt was very ironic, was how I was accused of poking Fauxy. However, here's how it all went. After the Reforged scandal and after I published the video, I never came back to his streams because I truly couldn't watch them anymore because of how it went against my principle. I was minding my own business, making content and sharing stories. For people who do not know, I make content even if it's gaming revolving around a story. To give it more cinematic approach, I talked about how not to generalize men or women and how men also face harassment targeted towards male streamers, and how everyone goes through harassment irrespective of gender, and how men and women both can be very evil at times. Fauxy here decides to take a jab at me, and I was informed about it by some of my supporters, and I decided to clap back at it without using any derogatory language, and at the same time giving people motivation in their life. Nothing to do with Fauxy. It was just a clap back for poking me. Simple, wasn't it? after I published my reel clapping back at Fauxy, a lot of people started coming up to me and talking about what he's done because they know I'd voice them out and make sure they are heard. By this time, I wasn't even following any investigation on Fauxy. I was already doing my investigation on Saksham aka John Must Die, and Fauxy wasn't even in my radar. But soon, when people started talking about him and told me how he would call people derogatory remarks and send explicit pictures, I decided to dive into this investigation alongside the investigation I was conducting on John Must Die, aka Saksham Dixit. So yes, I'd genuinely like to thank Fauxy for poking me. I'm glad that I was able to get people to talk and not be afraid of him and his alleged political connections. That one short reel of mine was able to give me evidence on him and gave me enough power to call him out for his action and hold him accountable for his actions. I'm genuinely afraid of women that will go to lengths to save their friends even though they know that they're wrong. After this incident, a lot of things happened in the community, from someone trying to frame me for viewboarding with the message support Fulcrum, stay in the community if you want to grow. And all I'd like to say to this is not done by me or my supporters, because they were targeted to people who were in support of Fauxy, mainly Afat and A9 stream. All I had to say to all of this is A9 wasn't even very much known in my videos or live stream. Only the people close to Fauxy knew that A9 was in his support. I'll be very honest, based on my assumption, it was a tactic that someone did who just wanted to frame me or discredit me, and I really don't know why or who would get the most benefit of discrediting me. Think about it logically for a second. Keep on bringing one accusation against me, which I cannot deny, that I smoke on my live stream. However, I will not be justifying this action. I've been very clear about it by letting people know to not smoke, and I do not support it. Number one, my audience is mainly around the age of 18 to 60 according to YouTube Studio, and I've been traveling more than half of my life. Firstly, because of my parents and their job relocation policy. Secondly, ever since I started my business, I was required to travel a lot. Smoking in general isn't really frowned upon in other culture or seen as a taboo. Number two, smoking doesn't hurt anyone else other than me. Number three, it's not illegal to smoke on a public platform. He does keep on referring that if he's broken laws, why hasn't Kariminati's channel been taken down or any legal actions has been taken against him? Kariminati is a content creator from India who makes roast videos and puts up a skit. He does not target the dignity of a woman or call someone's mother derogatory remarks to character assassinate them. I've been also accused of poking Fauxy. After the Reforged video, I never revisited his streams. I focused on creating meaningful, narrative-driven content. However, when he took a jab at me, I simply responded without insults or derogatory language. That's my principle. I do not start fights, but I will respond. I've been instigated again during his live stream where he challenged me to do a copyright claim on his video and later said he has connections in YouTube and I couldn't do anything about it, and goes ahead and plays the victim card on his stream when the copyright strike did hit his channel. This was quite the same approach he took when he decided to take a jab at me for my stop generalizing gender reel, and when I clapped back, he started crying the very next day. I'll say this once and I'll say it again. Only clap at me if you're ready to take a clap back. Thinking someone is smaller than you is the biggest mistake you can probably make. Now, why did I copyright strike his video? There are mainly three reasons for it. He did not add anything to the video. He took derogatory remarks and targeted the dignity of the victim, though her only duty in the entire video was she spoke up and shared her experience of what she went through. He challenged me himself, the exact words or the possible very closest words were copyright strike karke bata tu ye video, and which means if you dare copyright strike this video. And then he adds on that I have connections in YouTube, you can't do anything about it, I will still get out of this scotch free. And now since copyright strike went through, he starts crying again that, you know, he copyright strike my video. Brother, but if you didn't want me to do it, why did you challenge me that, you know, you wanted to get a copyright strike? Doesn't make sense. I've been fighting this battle alone. I did not involve anybody in it, and I don't think Fauxy is able to do the same to make sure that his allegations are out, or if he can disprove his allegations for his viewers. According to my legal advisor, who's a corporate lawyer, the following provisions may have been broken by both Fauxy and Saksham Dikshit. 66E IT Act, privacy breach, explicit image sharing. 67 IT Act, obscene material transmission. 354C IPC, voyeurism. 509 IPC, outraging modesty of a woman. 499 500 IPC, criminal defamation. 354D and 503 IPC, online harassment and intimidation. So to everybody who was accused in this video, I would just like to say that make sure that you are reflecting on your actions and you look at yourself and make sure that this is like a wake-up call for you to not do anything stupid in the future, and just take accountability, just apologize and move on. I will no longer be entertaining until and unless there are new evidences regarding this, or if my evidences that I've provided have been debunked. And even if you do, congratulations, you've cleared your allegations. I'll put up a comment on the video that you've cleared your allegation. But until then, until you have a very strong proof against any of the things that I said and with the evidence I've provided, please do not stop. Please don't come to me and say that I think that you're being biased towards Fauxy or Saksham Dikshit. They're both equally as bad, equally as evil. None of them are the bigger evil or the smaller evil. I've done my part, I've spoke up. I'm currently pursuing a cybercrime report against one of the individuals involved. If Fauxy continues his defamatory behavior against me, like I said in my first video, we are going to have a different discussion. If you're someone who believes in accountability and justice and you spot derogatory remarks made about me, please send the stream link and exact timestamp to my Instagram or my Discord. Together, we can make this community a better place. We can uphold dignity, facts, and fair conduct online. Thank you for joining in. I will catch you guys again whenever I catch you guys again. Until then, take care, bye-bye, and hope you guys have a good one.